All right. Now we are going to talk about the consequence of not loving yourself.
And I could write a whole book about that.
The consequence of not loving yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
Jesus put it in a very simple way. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. How can you give what you don't have? How do you know how it feels to love another if you haven't loved yourself? You understand? And part of loving yourself is to give yourself a permission to connect with you.
That's right.
Danielle will tell you. Sometimes she will need a time to retreat, to communicate with her soul, to communicate with God, to fast, to pray, to recharge, and I will be taking care of the kids. Maybe she will go to a small retreat for 2 days. She comes back refreshed, connected, grounded, and we grow better.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody and I said, oh, my wife is going to a small retreat. And they say, oh, you're letting her go? What do you mean if I'm letting her go? Like, she's not a dog, like on a leash. What do you mean? This soul was free. Listen to me. This soul was free before you find the soul. Now you believe it's your right to actually put the soul on a leash. If you want the soul to feel love for themselves, they have to fill up the tank so they can give you the fullness, the wholeness of who they are. Do you love yourself? Now, okay, next thing, do you love your body? Right? When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you love your body? Do you love yourself? Do you appreciate yourself? You can find yourself criticizing your body and you're angry to the fact that your partner is having an issue with your body. Maybe you're not eating right. Maybe you're not taking care of yourself. And you hate your own body. And you complaining your partner is not liking you. Okay, are you loving yourself?
Are you comfortable within your own skin?
Are you comfortable within your own skin? So come to a place where if there is a healing that needs to take place, there has to be that healing. So that you can properly give love to you. Give love to your body. Give love to your gift. Give love to your talent. Give love to your dream. Being able to bloom and flourish so that you can become magnetic and attractive to your partner. Oh, what a great way to live your life.
Yeah. So we're talking about the consequence of not loving yourself.
Yes.
And we have to really take some time to really talk about what does that mean. I like what my husband just shared, just understanding that it's a time to replenish yourself.
Yes.
And especially, it doesn't matter whether you have children or not, or whether you have maybe a job and you have responsibilities, you may be a leader, but we have busy lives. And there are many things that can take away time that we could otherwise give back to ourselves, depending on our responsibilities. But it is your responsibility to create a space where you can be still enough, a space that is undisturbed. Yes, you can think about some things that you absolutely enjoy, and not necessarily with your partner. For example, I love to dance. I love to do Zumba, for example.
She loves Zumba. I don't. I can't even move my body to do any of those.
So for example, simple things that maybe you both don't like to do it. It may not be something that your partner might enjoy, but you absolutely enjoy. Do you give yourself permission to have that type of enjoyment in your life? Whatever.
Or do you feel guilty?
Do you feel guilty
when you go to, like, for example, you take yourself to on a small date, right? You can go to a restaurant and sit and order your good meal and talk to yourself and appreciate yourself and look at the things you need to improve and the things that you have done and then celebrate yourself. Do you know that's very important for your relationship?
That is very important. So giving yourself a prolonged, undisturbed time, Alain, is absolutely correct. I remember when I was going through my healing journey, I needed time apart. And we will talk about it, we will discuss it. On a monthly basis, I will go away for at least, 2 days.
Those seasons were very healing seasons that Danielle needed.
Because I needed to give my soul that space undisturbed by my children, so that way I could have on a monthly basis this time, a prolonged time, to sit still, to pray, to meditate, to journal.
Yeah.
You understand?
And when you
To
come
pamper
back,
myself.
I feel better.
Exactly. So whatever that may look like for you, on a daily basis, I know that I have to have that first hour to myself.
Yes.
That first hour to myself. Sometimes an hour and a half if I want to do my morning workout. That's something that's very important to me, to move my body, to have that moment with God. So nighttime routine. Just, we have time that we come together to pray, and we also have time when we know it's your soul journey is unique to your soul.
So unique.
So you have to create that space on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, yearly basis, something that you can give back to yourself.
To replenish your energy. It's extremely important to do that.
That's right.
When you start feeling drained in a relationship, you are not practicing loving yourself.
And then if you're not loving yourself,
you can't love anybody
the
else.
consequence of that is self-abuse.
Yeah.
Self-abuse.
Big time self-abuse.
When you're not prioritizing yourself, putting yourself first, and I know sometimes people may understand that in the wrong way.
It's like the airplane. I just give them the airplane case. Put your mask on first before you try to put on something. Because you are going to suffocate.
You're going to be drained. And that, again, we spoke about self-resentment earlier. That can lead to self-resentment and self-abuse.
Yeah.
So when you are abusing yourself by not prioritizing yourself, what ends up begins to happen is you're sending off that energy.
Yes.
You're sending off that energy in your energy system. You're sending that message. You're sending a broadcast. Kind of like almost like, here I am. I'm already abusing myself.
Come and abuse me.
It's a subtle message that we send telepathically.
Yes.
Because of what we are saying to ourselves through our behaviors.
Absolutely.
Or through what we are not doing that we're supposed to do to give back to ourselves.
Beautiful.
So that's the insight we want to leave you with, to think through, to repent through, to feel good about loving yourself. And then sharing this with your partner. That's absolutely beautiful to do that and walk through those layers together.
It's going to take some growth, of course, but definitely is important.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you in the next insight.
Bye-bye.